The Weekly Warp Pipe.
What's up, Warp Pipers? Welcome back to another episode. We're diving in this week with our main topic, rental stuff. We're going to be talking maybe a little Blockbuster, maybe a little local rental stores, fun stuff like that. Some stories I'm sure we will have. So get excited for that later in the episode. Got my boys with me today, as always.
What's up?
What's shaking?
Looks like something's shaking.
Something's for sure shaking over here.
Something's shaking. I am fiddling.
I like it, Keith.
Right?
Oh man.
Have Keith get right into this story.
Sure, I'll jump right into it. We had a warm day, a nice warm day. All the snow's melted here. It's snowing again today, but all the snow is melted. I'd gone out and bought myself a brand new dirt bike. I spent most of my formative years on a dirt bike. I raced, I did all of it. And like, you know what, it's time to get back into this. I want to start doing this. I'm going to go to the gym, all that stuff. Going to start snowboarding, going to start dirt biking. Went and bought a brand new dirt bike. Well, I decided to take it out for my second rip on it. And I went all the way, I went down the ditch like a mile and it turned around and it was a clutch lever was a little loose. So I'll go back and tighten that cable up. So I'll go down the other side of the ditch. So I went down on a south-facing ditch on the side of the highway, which was fine. Now the north-facing ditch has a slope on it, and that slope doesn't see the sun quite the same as the south-facing ditch. So when I got into that ditch and I give it gas, under the grass, it was ice. So the back end of the dirt bike turned out on me, and I had it laid down. I was like, oh, I'm good. And then both tires grabbed, and it did this. So it literally threw me like a lawn dart. Yeah. I landed on my feet, but I had momentum. So I had to roll out of it. And when I rolled, it was still ice under that grass. So I shattered my collarbone and I broke my wrist in 4 places. So that was Friday of last week. So I was in the hospital Friday night and then in and out of the hospital all weekend because they were going to do surgery. Couldn't fit me in. Again, Sunday, same deal. And then surgery yesterday, and they put a plate in my shoulder, and the wrist is going to heal. It said it's all real tight. It breaks, but there's 4 little breaks on that bone. So I am currently out of commission because of a dirt bike accident.
Man,
way worse than that. And this is the first time that
games?
It's really. I can. It's difficult, but I can. I have thumb mobility. So luckily, that's all you need.
That's all you need.
So I was actually playing some Earthbound today, getting into that and going to play through it because I have nothing to do for a few weeks. That's my
dude.
dude.
You can't work, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm off work for a few weeks. Luckily, I'm salary, so I did the math. I have 115 days worth of sick hours that I could take because I've saved them up. I've never taken a sick day ever. My job.
And do they? Like
they just accumulate.
My company, they just accumulate. So I did the math, and it's like I have 1,036 sick hours. So I could take like that's like 115 days or something silly. So I should be good for a little bit.
Well, how much time do they give you off because of the injury?
Short-term disability starts when my sick hours run out. So.
Oh, okay. So you have to use your 6 hours. Your sick hours.
I'll use my sick hours first, yeah, and then.
Okay.
Not a big deal. I'll save them up again and hopefully not go through this one more time. But
wow, yeah.
that was my basically all of my week.
Yeah,
I hope you guys have had better weeks than me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Injuries here.
I don't
know.
What have you been up to, Russ?
I told Keith because I had messaged him to see how he was doing. I said the only thing I ever had was I had fractured my wrist snowboarding, and it was only a hairline fracture, so I had a cast for a short time. And I was like, I couldn't really play guitar. I could hold a pick and still strum, but I couldn't palm mute. So now when I snowboard, I have wrist guards that I wear. Where I was like, that'll
good idea.
Definitely now if it breaks my wrist, I'm like always using my fingers and hands to edit.
That's where I'm at.
That stuff. So
I have a video done, but it was going to be like my I'm back video. But now I've got like 4 weeks at least before I'm able to use a mouse and keyboard properly. So we're going to be on hiatus a little bit longer.
So that one is done, and then
Video's done. Thumbnail needs to get done, and then it's ready to go. So I will wait. And I'll sit on that one. And I'll do some more script.
But you don't want to put that one out because you don't have another one to follow.
Exactly. So if that one comes out, I want to go back to weekly.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Oh, you're going weekly.
It's gonna happen.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I'm excited. So now you're in that cast for like what would you say, like 4 weeks?
Well, 2 weeks right now before I go back in and get a follow-up appointment with the surgeon. And then after that, they'll tell me what my life looks like for the next few weeks. So paperwork says 2 to 6 weeks in the sling. So depending on how it goes, could be 2 weeks, could be 6 weeks. I'm not sure. But they did put a plate in. So I'm held back together.
It's not affecting SoCal, is it?
Shouldn't. I'll be there one way or the other. I just might not be able to flap that wing around.
Yes. You might not be able to lift those chairs and those tables and help them set up.
There goes that arm wrestling contest we had.
Right? Darn it. All right, what have you guys been up to? Enough about me and my stupidity. What have you guys been up to?
I know Russ has been up to a lot. Russ is planning something for this week, right?
Yeah. Well, you guys listening now, you already missed it. You missed it. Thanks for.
Sorry. Well, you still been planning it.
Yeah. So this Friday, which would be yesterday, since this comes out Saturday, WrestleMania live stream. This weekend is WrestleMania Saturday, Sunday. So I'm doing a live stream event named WrestleMania. We'll be streaming for 8 hours long, 4 o'clock till midnight. You'll be able to watch the restream if you wanted to do that. And Dave's coming over. Aldo's going to be there. Ernie. I think I got about maybe 6 or 8 people coming over. And we're going to be playing all wrestling games.
I don't know what you're talking about, Russ. I already enjoyed myself. I fully enjoyed myself.
Oh, yeah, you already had a good time.
It was such a great stream. Really good time.
I was going to call you, but since you're here now, I was going to say, can you bring over some belts and memorabilia? I want to show off after each game we play, do a little show and tell. I think that'd be kind of fun for wrestling fans.
Yes, I know. I got a box of a cereal box of Bootios.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Bring that.
Get some of these guys going on.
Yeah, there we go.
Thumb wrestlers.
Thumb wrestlers. Those are
your right arm's not. I don't think Hogan's gonna win that one.
Hogan is not gonna win that.
But yeah, it should be a fun time. I've been planning that. I still have a few things to add because also I like to do after each game we end, I do like retro commercials as like a throwback. I've been working on an intro. If you played the wrestling game WrestleFest, and it shows all the members come up on screen like tiles. So I'm doing that with our faces. So I've been editing that. But also, there's a bunch of new videos on the Wrestling channel and the Russ Lyman channel. The Russ Lyman channel, I have a NES Advantage controller that I made like Friday the 13th, and a Rescue Rangers themed NES controller that I flocked and put like fur on it. So those are up there. And then on the Wrestling channel, I just put up my PAX East video, my regular PAX East video. I also have one that I filmed on my 3DS system. And I just recently went to Congo, is a swap meet trade event, and I filmed all that on my 3DS system. So that's coming out sometime. I have the video done. I just didn't want to release it because I already released 2 videos this week plus the live stream. So I was like, I got a lot of content that we're filming, batch shooting, and editing. So definitely busy over here.
Are you going to try to keep to like a posting schedule for your videos?
Kinda. I usually do, 2 to 3 videos a week. And then if you count the live streams. And then
you have that many videos per week?
Usually. I could easily do 7 videos a week if I had the time. Like, if I didn't have to work, I could easily do 7 videos a week.
Easily. I can't do 7, and I'm practically unemployed right now.
There's just so many series that I like going to. Like, I just finally put out the Nintendo Power Reads video, which is an hour, 15 minutes where I read a Nintendo Power. I've only done 1 episode of the first 10, where I play the first 10 minutes of a video game. So I was like, I like that series. I have 2 other series in the works that I want to create. One's going to be more like a show with me and Rob called Rob's Game Lab, where we're using Game Genie to play games, and I want to do a lot of green screen and have like people write into the show and be like, hey, I'm stuck in Ninja Turtles, and I'm like, let me help you out. And it's shot in 4:3, so it looks retro. So I'm trying to get that rolling. It's just, again, that it's like time. I barely sleep. I usually go to bed, 12, 1 o'clock, and then I have to get up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. for work. Then I'm there for 8 hours. And then it's like, even on Fridays, I've gotten out of work, drove 20 minutes to my house to just have like an hour and a half to film by myself and edit if I can, to drive 20 minutes back to go pick up the girls from grandma's. Because I'm like, well, if I get them right out of work, then I'm not going to get anything accomplished at the house. So I was like, I'll waste the 40-minute drive back and forth to get 2 hours of editing and filming.
Yeah. Dang, dude. Hardest working man in YouTube.
No doubt.
I've tried, I was really trying to push the PAX video went out this week.
It was great. I loved it.
And, it's like a 25-minute video. I did talking head, and it's all about retro games. And I tried my best to hype the video, because you get points to kind of push it out. I didn't know also you can hype 3 times in a week, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's only... Yeah, it's weird. It's like you can't hype your own video, first and foremost. And I think, is that what they say? Because I thought it was only like 1 per week, or maybe you're
it might
saying
have been
it's
2. It resets every Monday. So on Monday, if you post a video, everyone got new hype points.
Okay.
So what I've been doing, since I have 9 channels, I can hype it from my other channels on there. And since I am a very low standing channel, like I only have 1,700 subscribers, or maybe 16 and change, my hype points are like 3,000-4,000 points, like worth, like when you're gonna hype it, because I'm such a low channel. When I hyped
interesting.
When I hyped a Russ Lyman video, it was like 200 points, because that has 54,000 subscribers. So that's where YouTube keeps it at a balance, where it's
that's cool.
Oh, the big YouTubers can't really abuse it because they're going to get so little hype points. But me, being under 2,000 subscribers, you're getting a ton of points to maybe push it out. But the video isn't even over 1,000 views. It's at like 700. And I'm like,
you'll get there.
Ugh.
Listen, I didn't have like the one that hit for me. It was up for like a good week before something happened. And I don't even know where it came from. And after talking to Jamie last week, he's had the same situation. Like, he's had videos out like over a year, 2 years, and then all of a sudden just psh. So who knows?
Sometimes it goes
it's the
up.
YouTube algorithm. You never know. But it was great. I enjoyed it.
Appreciate that.
I like the DS one too.
Yeah, and so I said I filmed another one at Retro Games. What's funny is I don't know when that video is coming out, but a guy that I was filming, I had my DS, and then he brought me over and he's like, "Oh, I want to offer you something." And he was like, "Would you trade your 3DS for everything on my table?" And I was like, that seems like a bad idea for you. He had a Nintendo Switch on the table. He had a complete in box copy of Donkey Kong Congo Beats. He had Pokemon Yellow. He had complete in box, I think Dr. Mario. There was a Batman game. I'm trying to remember offhand. But it seemed like a couple $100 at least worth of product. And I'm like,
why?
For my 3DS?
I don't understand. Like, now let me ask you a question though. Like, if you were to have accepted that offer, did he want you to hand it right over, or would you be able to factory reset it?
Yeah, he was like, I mean, you could take your SD card or this and that. And I was kind of like, well, I mean, I'm gonna use it soon, and like, I don't know if I can do this right away. We ended up exchanging numbers, and maybe we might work something out. But my big thing is I have no tie to the 3DS system, but all my street passes are on the big games. I download it. Like, I would need another 3DS to transfer all that over.
Why did he want that specific one?
He said it was really clean. He saw me looking at it. It looks really clean. And they're actually pretty pricey. Like, some of them are $500 to $700 right now. The new 3DS XL version, right?
Yeah.
So it's the bigger version. Because one of my friends, Alec, was at the venue selling inbox the Samus one, and
Mhm.
I think was like a Mario one, and he's like, this one's like 800, this one's like 1,000,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
because those are in box. But I was like, oh, I don't know. I was like, maybe. Also, side note, which I had totally forgot. You're going next week to Chicago.
We leave on Wednesday. Yes.
Well, I leave Friday. I'm going to South Carolina. I will be at
Ooh.
RetroCon 3.
Oh, I saw
Nice.
that.
So they talked to me, and I was able to get a babysitter with grandma, and I'm gonna fly out Friday afternoon, and the show is completely free on Saturday, and Jay's gonna be there as well as a guest, so we'll be hanging out, and then I'll fly home Sunday early morning. So we were
Nice.
able to work it out. So
Don't forget Bryce.
and Bryce will be there. I was gonna room with Bryce, but they didn't have any room. They actually haven't let me know where I'll be staying, because they said they would help me out staying somewhere. So hopefully they found something soon.
Do you know how big this show is?
I don't. I haven't looked up any videos of it, or much of it. But I was gonna say I was bringing my 3DS to film with it at the show, so
Yeah.
I didn't want to make this trade and then not have
Sure.
a 3DS for this in 2 weeks. So I asked him. I was like, maybe I could bring some of your stuff to South Carolina, trade there with some of the booths, and then come back with a 3DS. So I was like, we'll see. I don't know. It might be not worth it in the long run for myself.
Where is it being held? Is it like is it in a convention center, or is it?
Yeah,
Do
because
you know
it's
the
not.
name of it?
It's, I think, 20 minutes from Greenville, because that's where
Oh, I
I'm
see.
flying into, and usually that's where Southeast Game Exchange is. So
Yes.
it's 20 minutes from that. So I imagine it's some type of hall venue, something similar to what I imagine.
I mean,
Southeast Game Exchange.
it looks like a good lineup. It looks like a lot of people we know are going to be there. So
Yeah, a lot of
they're-
content creators,
I-
and it's
I'm-
free.
I'm-
So I imagine the attendance should be high,
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
completely
insane.
free. I don't know what the vendors pay to booth, like get a
Oh,
booth there.
Yeah,
So
good
maybe
point.
that kind of helps with some
Cover it
costs.
there.
Offsets it.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm excited to try. I'm trying to get 3 videos, but that might be pushing it because it's a 1-day convention. I
Mhm.
want to do a full walkthrough, uncut. I
Mhm.
want to do my regular video with the DJI, and then do another video with the 3DS. As long as I map it out, I think you can knock it out.
You could do it.
easy.
You could do it. No problem.
We'll see. And I was like, shoot, I'll be able to edit it, no problem, because I'm going to be on a plane for 3 hours by myself. Would bring my computer and be good to upload as soon as I get home.
Just got to bring
Nice.
a power brick just in case that thing runs out of
shuts down.
juice. Yeah. Nice. Well, Russ has got a full plate going on.
That's it.
Right.
Dude doesn't
Busy.
sleep.
Busy.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Well, I just finished up the Tournament of Toys
Oh
on
yes, yeah.
Sunday.
So you guys were streaming and popped in a little bit. It's creepy.
Yeah, so the finals were Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus what was it? He-Man.
He-Man.
Masters of the Universe.
Come on,
You
man.
think
Oh,
I
I
know
have
this
the
stuff.
power.
I have the power. Turtles.
Do we have some foreshadowing here?
Well, let me ask you a question. Like, because Keith, I don't know if you watched it or anything, or if Russ.
No,
even if
I
you-
was
you.
stuck in a hospital.
If you.
No excuse. They got Wi-Fi.
Right.
So out of 100, like, because that's a percentage. Out of 100%, what do you guys think the split was? So, like, how many votes? Like, how much percentage?
40,
do you think
60.
Turtles? 40-60. Keith, what do you think?
50-50.
Well, there has to be a winner.
60-40.
60-40? Okay. So
70-30.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles won 71-29.
Wow, that big of a difference.
It was a huge.
You think because
huge
He-Man made it
spread.
that far, it'd be closer. Like, I wonder if it was Turtles versus
Turtles
G.I. Joe.
just
Would have been closer.
Turtles just blew it all out of the water, like every round. I think one round they got a little bit of a challenge with like Lego maybe or something like that, but it was pretty like
I did hop in during that one video the guy sent in that was very well edited, and he broke down like comics, toys. but
that
the
Weekend
video
Warrior.
games- Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Did you guys see Jay's?
no, I didn't get to. No.
We got so my week consisted of reaching out to some people, seeing if they wanted to contribute to the stream. And we got a lot, man. We ended up with 13 contributors.
Nice.
Guys that we got Retro Rick was in there, Riff was in there. We had Shady J with his brother Timmy. We also had Every Single Muscle, That Weekend Warrior, Earth Kid Collects, The Collectibles Show, our friend Mac, that I know from Tucson, or not Tucson, I'm sorry. I went to Tucson with him. He's from El Paso. Narc, Turtle Chris. I know I'm forgetting some people, but like it was crazy. We got
Jay sent one in.
Jay sent one in. As a matter of fact, Jay's video was 4 minutes long.
Okay.
But he's like, here, take this, do what you want with it. And I ended up editing it because he's like, edit it because it's like all bloopers. Like the whole thing is just them messing up. So I ended up throwing some music to it and kind of splicing it all together. And so it was a good laugh. So it was super fun. But yeah, Tournament of Toys was great. Other than that, I got Chicago coming up on Wednesday. We're leaving Wednesday. We're actually renting a van.
Okay.
There is 5 of us driving out there. We have a 12-person van. 5 of us are driving out there. 6 of us are driving back. The reason it's not 6 going out is because Alex is going to fly in because he has to work that day. And then he's going to drive back with us. But the 12-person van, so we have room for totes on the way back. And then we
totes and totes of toys.
Yeah, so yeah.
Totes and totes.
And then when we get there, we have a Airbnb good for I think
days.
it's like 9 beds or something like that.
Nice.
So everyone will get a bed. There's going to be like 8 of us there. I did make sure, Russ, that all rooms have curtains.
Fantastic.
So making sure we all got curtains. Russ didn't get curtains when
like,
we were
what
in.
is it? That was like the weirdest situation.
Yeah, it was a weird situation.
We had an Airbnb in South Carolina. My room was upstairs, and that's what you go up the stairs, and it's just this room. There's no bathroom up there, and there was no curtains on the window, and it was like hot, like the AC barely kicked in, and I'm like, what is
weird.
this? Like,
it was
such
strange.
a weird add-on.
So we made sure that this one was pretty good.
Okay.
We're getting it for 3 days. So we're driving on Wednesday. We're going to get in on Thursday sometime. We're going to do some hunting. We got the hotel sales on Thursday, Friday. Saturday is the load-in day, so we'll go there for when vendors load in. You actually pay, just so people know, full disclosure, because last year when we put our videos out, everyone's like, oh, I wish I was a big YouTuber because like you guys got in to go when the vendors went in. And I was like, no, sir. We actually pay $50 to go in when the vendors are loading in. And not all vendors let you, and not all vendors let you buy stuff from them while they're setting up. But honestly, dude, like last year when we went, we were digging through bins as people were setting up. Like things weren't even set up, and we were digging through people's bins. Like
I wonder would that cause anxiety to some vendors?
Dude,
like,
it's
I'm trying to set up. What are you doing?
Well, I mean, they made the argument that the vendors know about it. They know what to expect. So anyway, the show is so that's on Saturday, and then Sunday is the actual show. So it's only a 1-day show, but we go all week for hunting. So last year I got 9 videos out of the entire trip. So we'll see what we get out of this one.
In this one.
Right. So a couple days of the hotel sales. We're going to try to hit up a store or 2. We're also going to try to find somebody there that might have like a house for a collection or something like that. Like Spruce, Cruz, Alex, all of us we're working on just trying to figure out what we're going to do and lay out the whole thing. But yeah, Chicago's here. And what's crazy about it is that Chicago was like the first big trip I made last year when I started doing the YouTube thing. So it's like, okay, let's start year 2. It's like a brand new season.
Yeah,
that's it.
So I'm excited for it. It's going to be good. But that's been my whole week, just trying to prepare. We're busy
people.
Busy
busy
people.
people.
Not me.
Yeah.
I'm just resting.
and it's springtime. So, and then if anyone is listening now, I'll say it now. Sunday, if anyone is in the area, I am actually vending at a show on Sunday in North Haven, Connecticut. It is NECT Con, which is New England Comic and Toy Show, and that is in North Haven. I did it last year. It's a very, very busy show. Like, it's a lot of vendors. It gets crowded really, really tight. I'm going to have 2 booths. I got a lot of stuff, guys, and I need to sell it because I need some money for Chicago. Because if you guys watched my video last week, I bought where is he? He's up here somewhere. Is he up there? There he is, right there. My UK, my pet monster. He's up there with the family right there.
Is he thinner? He looks thinner. The middle one.
No,
right?
He's smaller. He's smaller. So you see the Beaster here.
Yeah.
Speaks English.
So that's Beaster. He's UK. Yep, he's English.
Got
and
an
then
accent.
and then over here, where is it?
Dynamite.
There it is. And then that's the mini UK version. And then there's my OG.
Regular one. Yeah. Hunched over.
I actually went to Chicago last year looking for that guy. Ended up finding the Beaster.
Yeah.
And just like last week, dude, I found the UK version in Rhode Island, and I couldn't believe it. I was like floored. And it happened to have happened on my 1-year anniversary of the YouTube channel.
Nice.
So it was on the video that came out the same weekend as last year. So it was kind of like a full circle moment. So super fun.
Nice.
But yeah, it's just been a wild week.
It's a wild one. Let's wrap it up.
Let's just wrap it up.
All right, we're going to jump over to our weekly Warp Pipe rental. Each week we rent a game or a movie and we play it and see what we think of it. We're going to tell you what we think about it. We encourage you to join us. Let's see what we're looking at this week. Russ, go ahead.
Let's head to the video store, grab a game for the weekend. We have the box art and description to guide us when we're choosing what game to rent. So grab your rental card because this is the Warp Pipe Rental.
What game you rent for the weekend?
All right, guys, jump into the rental store, and we are renting this week Life Force on the NES. Konami, baby. Gotta love this box art here. Got this crazy looking dragon on it. Well, it is.
Right.
Wasn't it called Salamander in Europe?
It was, yeah.
And so that's kind of where this dragon salamander looking thing.
The spin-off of Gradius.
Right.
Yes, right. It's one of my favorite box arts, honestly.
It's very cool.
Yeah, they had a lot of similar, I want to say, with that Konami, with the silver aesthetic there on there. What does it say? It gets licensed by Nintendo for play on Nintendo and the Nintendo Seal of Quality. Both of these little it looks like it's
licensed by Nintendo. Well,
to
wait,
play on Nintendo.
Yeah, why would it have both on there? That's weird.
It almost looks like it's pointing at this small planet. That's what's right here.
Right.
Because they have lines to it.
Yeah, it does.
Box art aside.
Well, it was arcade, right? So maybe that's what they're getting at.
Oh, so like a port? Is it ported?
Well, it was arcade in like 86, I think. And then came Nintendo in 88. So
okay.
This
is an interesting. I've never seen this before. And I get back to what we're talking about first times. My first time filming in SoCal, I stumbled across this one and bought it. So this is one of the first games I ever bought when I had a channel. So this is one I have
what'd you think?
memories of there. I'd never seen it before. I thought the box art was crazy. And then I got to playing it and I'm like, wow, I really suck at these games.
Did you know that it was a shooter?
No, I had no idea what it was when I bought it.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to depict with the box art being
right.
Just showing. It doesn't show a ship or anything right on there, or you just see that. So I'm like RPG, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. This? Okay. But then again, it kind of gives that effect of space with the galaxy.
And you feel like a lot of spaces are shooters. So
yeah. But still, I love this game. I played a lot of this game growing up. I didn't have it. We rented it, and I think I had some friends that had it.
Right.
And I would always want to play it. I always thought I don't know, man. Of all the shooters, this is probably by far my favorite.
It's
I
very
will say
cool.
I enjoy it more than Gradius. I
Yeah.
actually I just finished a live stream today. I did a shooter themed live stream. So I've been doing some live streams where it's multi games. Every 15 minutes a timer goes off and then we spin a wheel and play a new game. So I did all shooters tonight. So Gradius ended up on there, and I was like, this one's freaking tough. And Life Force a little bit easier to digest.
I don't know what it is. I think the graphics too, like just the moving objects, like you're like, are you in like some kind of creature's mouth? Are those fangs coming out?
Right, right.
I
You
think
know,
so.
and it had all those power-ups and everything like that. And then like the moving, I don't know, man. Like there was just so many cool elements, and now you're firing through like these
Yeah.
intestines or something. Like it's a wild shooting game, and
It is.
I don't know, man. And the music is so good. The music
Yeah,
is
really
really,
good music.
good.
There's
Yeah.
not a lot bullets happening on the screen, right? You're not going crazy dodging bullets. You're
No.
more dodging environment almost. I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah, right.
And it's
So
cool that
that's
it
how it
goes
would be different.
Yeah.
from side scrolling to like vertical too, right? Like you're at horizontal and then you move to vertical in the next level, and
Yeah,
it kind of
yeah.
changes it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this way it's not as
I think.
stale and you're like, oh, it's the same thing
Yeah.
again, same thing again.
Yeah.
I mean, this one's more like Gradius, right?
Gradius, no, was side
Oh, I'm
scrolling the whole
sorry, not
time.
Gradius. What's the one that goes? Is it just
there's a-
asteroids?
There's a few of them.
I'm trying to think of which one I'm thinking of.
Oh,
Yeah, like I broke my brain when I saw it.
Galaga. That's the one I'm thinking of.
but that one just stays in
Art-
one spot. You're going.
No,
Guardian
But what I'm
Legends,
saying is,
this one has a Guardian Legends feel to it a little bit to
Okay.
me.
well, I was thinking like this level with like the falling, because they kind of come down in like
Right.
a squiggly line area. I don't know, whatever. I know what I'm saying in my head, but it's just not
Yeah.
being vocalized properly.
That
Look at this
fire,
level. Like this? Come on, man.
right?
Like this is
Like that fire
wild.
just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, graphically it looks awesome too what they're doing, and there's no slowdown. It's not slowing down on the NES. Usually, with a lot
that's
happening on
true.
screen,
It
it starts.
It does a
slowing
little
down.
bit when it gets real crazy, but not
Yeah.
too bad.
because
I
you
mean,
got
you
the
see a couple-
animations of the fire going, and it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see a few little flickers, but that's about it. Like, you don't really see like or I mean, I don't see the slowdown. But it's look at that. And now you're back to high speed, top down.
Right.
So how far did you guys get in this game?
I'm
Fire
trying to
level.
remember. You guys,
The fire level?
I got to the fire level, and then I get. I feel like by the
that's
time I get to
probably
the
where I got.
fire level, I get taken out at least once, and I don't have any of my upgrades,
Yeah.
and then I start to struggle. Right, like when I've got all my upgrades and all my power ups, it's like, okay, I got this, and then I get taken out once. I might get to pick up one of the extras, that your extra guns if you're lucky, because they stay on the screen, right? So if you're in the right
Right.
position, you can get a hold of those. But I feel like I struggle once I get taken out once. It's a fight for me, and that's what happened. I made it through that first kind of vertical one, and then into the
Mhm.
fire, and then I was like, ooh. And then the fire, those things of fire got me, and I was in trouble after that.
Well, that's the thing about this game is when you die, you lose your power-ups, right?
Right.
If memory serves me correctly.
You can
And
pick
so
them
I
up,
think that
but
that
yeah.
because then it's just like a whole, you got to go back to it. You got to go back and get all your power-ups again, and it's just like it could end up being a grind if you're not consistently just kind of flowing through the game. But like I said, this is probably one of my favorite shooters and one of my favorite games on the NES of like all time. It's just super fun.
It is very, very
Well,
cool.
what would you rate it then? 5 out of 5.
I would rate it like a 4.5 out of 5, only because you don't get to save any of your power-ups. Like it kind of penalizes you if you die,
Right. and then
even
you
though
receive
it
thing.
starts you off where you left off.
Yeah.
You got to build back up from there. So if a level ends up getting progressively harder, or you're jumping to another level, you got to build it all back up again.
Yeah.
And it definitely gets harder.
With that, It does get harder, absolutely. I don't think I've ever beaten the game, but I think I have played it with Game Genie just to get like extra lives back in the day, just to get further in the game. But I never put in any codes. I don't think that was like infinite lives or anything like that. I think I just got to a point where I don't even remember what the final boss was, honestly. Is this a full game playthrough?
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Gotta be that snake.
Escaping. Oh, that's just escaping. You must have beat him already.
So where's that big serpent?
I mean, the very first one is the brain with the hands and the eyeballs,
Yeah.
so it only gets worse from there. There's your snake.
Can you go back to that one, Russ, in the first level?
The
First
brain
level guy is pretty
Yeah,
cool.
the first level guy. Yeah, that's the first level right there.
Right here.
Yeah. So cool. It's
That's
almost
right.
got like the graphics of like Contra.
Yeah, you get that.
I mean, it is a
vibe with
Konami
it.
game.
Yeah.
Actually, Konami code works on this. Right? You get 30 lives.
I know it works for Gradius.
Like-
yeah.
This poor brain just wants a hug, and they're gonna shoot him in the eye. He's like, I need love, and then
Right.
you just will blast him in the eyeball.
And he's like,
That's
let me check.
that's the other thing that I would like knock down points for is like when you're going past stuff, your ship can't turn around.
Yeah,
so you're always
facing
shooting
one way.
forward. If you had like that floating brain, it would be nice to kind of go around it and like flip around or something like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever. I'm nitpicking here,
Nitpicking.
and it's like a game from 1988. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? So, what are you guys rating it?
I gave
Russ, what are you
it a
thinking?
solid 3.
3. Okay, so you didn't enjoy it as much. That's because Russ is a platformer.
That's true.
He likes the
I
platform.
give it I probably give it a 4, just because it is, of all the shoot 'em ups on the NES, it's definitely the one I would throw in the system. So I think
Okay.
that's the direction I go. About a 4.
What's the next one to that? Because you've played all of them, right?
Oh, absolutely. I have not. Probably like a game. I think Guardian Legends is a really cool one, but it's not just a shoot 'em up. Like, it's adventure and shoot 'em up. But I like the way that one plays for a shooter as well. And then you get into crazy stuff that like Gradius or Silver Surfer or something like that, where it's like I'm just gonna get my butt kicked all the time. So
Yeah.
this one I feel like I can figure it out. Just gonna take repetitive tries.
It's a good one.
It's a gooder.
What are we getting into next week?
What are we getting into? Another shooter? We got two shooters.
No, we're getting into
each week.
something. We're getting into a game that I've actually never played before. It is Wario's Woods. And I believe this, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, isn't this the last game released on the NES?
Yeah.
Sure
Officially,
is.
yeah.
Last
The
Nintendo
last official
release.
release for before Super Nintendo. Or actually,
Yeah, it also
shouldn't
came
say
out
that
on
'cause-
Super Nintendo.
yes, but NES was still around when Super Nintendo was out, but this was the last
Sure was.
released game for the NES. Not another game came out after this.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about this game. So I'm going to
Super
jump
cool.
into this pretty blind.
Okay. Should be a
So
good
it'll be
one
fun.
for sure. I dig
That's a
it.
good one. Nice.
Oh, it's on me again.
Yeah,
That's right.
On you.
It's
That's right.
time. It's time for sound check. Let's go.
Let's go. Where's the freaking thing? There's so many. It's hard for me to find these.
It's got
Sound
so
check.
many
Here it is.
buttons.
Perfect.
Okay, so this week we're doing sound check. I've got 3 NES games,
Okay.
and they are all main title tracks.
Okay.
Okay?
Ooh.
So there is absolutely no theme. I picked 3 random games. If there is a theme, it is that none of these games are the same type of game.
Okay.
So if you get the first one, just know that it's not that style of game for the second one, and so on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? You want to get into the first one?
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Go for it. Let it play.
There it is.
Any ideas?
Bam, bam, bam. I definitely heard it
Anything,
before.
Russ?
I know Russ has heard this before.
I'm leaning towards it might be Batman Return of the Joker.
Okay. How about you, Keith? Do you have any clues whatsoever?
Monster in My Pocket or Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Oh, Bram Stoker's is a good guess. But you would be wrong, and Russ would be correct.
Ooh.
Russ, you got it. It is the Return of the Joker on NES. Very good. All right, 1 for 1. I kind of thought that like I was gonna have that one later, and then I was like, nah, Russ is probably gonna get this one. So let me put it first. So the second one, I think one's gonna be a very deep cut.
Here we
A
go.
very deep
Very
cut.
deep cut.
Now, what kind of game is Return of the Joker?
Platformer shooter, you would almost say, because Batman is always shooting. He's not punching in the entire game.
Okay. Pretty sure this game is not anything like that. Okay. So hit it. What do you think? Any ideas? It's a deep one.
I feel like this is certainly like black box era. Okay. I would guess City Connection. I could feel like it fits with that. Definitely.
Even though
NES
City Connection was not a black box game.
Right. Well, I'm like black box era, I guess.
You mean early? Yes. Yeah. How about you, Keith? Do you have any ideas?
Three Stooges.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good guess.
I can almost see that fit with that.
Yeah, I could see that. I was almost saying, like, as I'm listening to it, I was like, this kind of sounds like it would be played at, like, the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. I don't know what it is about it. Just like the... I don't know.
It can almost be like Snake, Rattle, and Roll.
Okay. That's another... Yeah, that's a good call, too. You're both wrong. And it is... Bigfoot.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Doesn't
weird
fit at all. Crushing cars with the Bigfoot monster truck.
And the reason that I brought that one in is because when I was at the toy show last week, I came across the Bigfoot motorized vehicle that I had as a kid, and they had it in the box, and I was like, oh man, that was such a throwback. So
like big feet.
No dice on that one.
No dice.
Big feet. Okay, we got one more. Again, you had a platformer or shoot 'em up
either or.
style. You had Bigfoot, and then this one is not the same.
Thinking puzzle game.
Let's go.
So high at the end.
If that's not the most annoying main track of a game, I don't know what is. What is it, Russ?
WrestleMania. Can you hear you, brother?
That's the original WrestleMania in honor of WrestleMania that happened last night, and we all had a great time doing it.
That's it, doing our person. Oh, I do have to order a bunch of new shirts because I need to rip at least a few shirts on the stream.
Well, make sure you put the slits on the back.
Yeah. Oh, on the back so they don't see it?
Yeah. Well, no. So, like, Hulk Hogan had 3 slits on the back.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Yeah, so you got to do that. I actually had a Hulk Rules, like, tank top, like tank from like the 80s that came from like the WWF shop, or
Wow.
I don't know. We
okay.
probably got it at an event or something. I gotta find it. It's somewhere. Hopefully, maybe I'll find it.
There's a Hulk Hogan documentary thing coming out.
It's out.
Oh,
I think it's out.
Yep.
I do have to watch it.
Oh, it might
Did
have
50 Cent put it out?
I think it's out. Yeah.
It's worth checking out, I'm sure.
So,
Sweet.
guys got 2 out of 3.
Russ
Congratulations.
We got 0 out of 3.
Well, you've been busy this week.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Till next time.
Till next time. That's it.
All right, we're going to jump into Rad or Bogus this week. We're going to each pick a thing, a topic, an item, and have 2 things within that. One we're going to keep. It's Rad. The other one vanishes from existence because it is bogus. Go ahead, Russ.
Bogus.
All right, who's going first tonight?
I want you to go first, Keith, because I saw on the list what you were.
Did I put
doing.
cartoons in there?
You did put cartoons in there.
I did put cartoons in there. All right. Rad or bogus? Flintstones versus the Jetsons.
Oh, this one's easy.
The gummies?
Yeah.
The
Oh,
vitamins?
the gummies. The vitamin. They had Jetsons? Did they have
I don't
Jetsons?
think they missed opportunity.
Well, we could have done vitamins. We could have done Flintstones against Hogan.
Right. Yeah.
Keep
Ooh, there you
the
go.
WrestleMania theme going.
That's true.
Russ
Flintstones
is
versus
TBD, so
Jetsons.
maybe that's what he's going to do.
I would go easily. I would go Jetsons.
Yeah.
100%. 100% Jetsons. I watched way more Jetsons than I did the Flintstones. I didn't really get into the Flintstones too much. And I didn't have Flintstone vitamins. I had Hulk Hogan vitamins.
Okay.
Hmm.
I don't think I had. I know I had a Flintstones baby bottle. And I loved that thing. And
How do you remember that?
Because my mom told me when she got rid of it, she told me the garbage men came and took it. Because I was trying to get me off the bottle. And I guess that's the story she told me.
So the garbage man knocked on her door.
Yeah,
was
came in and said,
give me your kid's bottle.
Take it. And then I never got it. I should look up on eBay if it has it. And I'll drink. I'll give it to baby Madeline now.
Yeah.
Go.
Full circle. I did watch. Again, I've been doing these YouTube videos that I find that are like 8-hour blocks of like old cartoons or like Saturday morning stuff. And I seen a few episodes. There was like Flintstones where monsters moved in next door, like Frankenstein, and they had like I think a daughter or a son, I can't remember, and they were talking to Bam Bam or Pebbles or whatever, and they were kind of intertwining, but they were older, like Pebbles was in high school or something like that. Like, when did this show come out?
Mm-hmm.
So I found that pretty interesting, but I probably watched both of those probably about the same, I'd say, but I feel like I would go Flintstones. Now, we all know there was a Flintstones cross Jetsons.
Yep.
There was, yes, but that would now no longer exist.
I don't know if it was a movie or if it was a couple episodes or so. But I will
this movie.
Go ahead.
If we get rid of Flintstones, so
if you get rid of Flintstones, you're getting rid of that Flintstones movie too.
Oh, with
Rick Moranis,
and
Rosie O'Donnell,
and what's his name was in it too? Her
John
husband,
Goodman.
John Goodman.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'd lose the 2 games on NES.
Well, good. Then the games would be cheaper.
Right. There'd just be something else being more expensive.
We'd have another Blockbuster exclusive to chase.
Because there's only one Jetsons game on the NES, and I don't know how that plays.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Well, maybe that would be the Blockbuster.
It's not bad, actually.
It's not bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Flintstone games would be better though.
Maybe because my parents watched a lot of the Honeymooners, which kind of had a little inspiration with Flintstones. Yeah. So I probably lean towards that a little bit. It just could have been time of the day too. Both shows were on, and maybe I caught the Flintstones more than what the Jetsons were.
Yeah. And just remember that the Jetsons also had a WWE crossover as well.
Ooh. Would have been WWF back in the day.
No, I think it was WWE. I think it was more recent.
Oh, really?
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up real quick. But yeah, keeping with your WrestleMania theme.
Ooh.
No, it was
So
WWE. The Jetsons and WWE. It has Roman Reigns in it. Yeah, it has all the
Weird.
Like the characters are on
Jetsons
the TV show.
is still a thing.
It is. Yeah, it's a cartoon. Let me see here. It's got the Big Show. I'm trying to see when it came out. 2017.
Hmm.
Yep, 2017. It has, let's see, starring Roman Reigns, Big Show, Seth Rollins, Alicia Fox, the Usos, Sheamus, and Vince McMahon.
Really?
I know one of those people. So that's why with wrestling, is I know one of those people.
Yeah, so it was between Warner Brothers Animation and WWE Studios.
That's going away.
I think it was like a made for like DVD thing that kind of went out like it was a movie.
I would pick Flintstones as well because I feel like I watched way more Flintstones. I feel like the only time I ever saw Jetsons was when I went to my buddy's place that had one of those giant satellite dishes where you had to turn the knob and the dish would move and find the next satellite.
Okay.
I remember watching Jetsons on that, but I think that's the only time I ever really saw Jetsons. I don't know why the 5 channels I had on the old TV antenna, it was all Flintstones. It was never Jetsons. So I would go Flintstones because I have more nostalgia for that one, even though Jetsons is really cool. And the Jetsons movie is super cool. I would keep Flintstones, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking at this this list. It also had Dolph Ziggler, Stardust, Michael Cole.
It's jam packed.
And
how long
it
is
is pretty jam packed.
I don't know. Still don't know
How?
any of them.
Let's really okay.
I feel like this is like a horror movie thing.
Let's see if I could find out how long it is here.
In my defense, last time I watched wrestling was Hulk Hogan was in yellow.
He was in yellow. Well, wait, when he came back to yellow, like when
no, it was
black to yellow
before he went to the black outfit
to the NWO.
Yeah,
it's an hour and 21 minutes.
So yeah, like a little.
So it's pretty long. Yeah, it's a full length movie. It's the Jetsons and WWE Robo WrestleMania. That's what it's called. Robo WrestleMania.
Okay.
So I'll go next. I got toys because we were talking about we're gonna go wrestling toys since we're talking about WrestleMania. And this one is gonna get me in trouble. Okay. So I got some figures here, guys. We've got the WWF Hasbros. You guys know about these, right? I'm sure you both have some of these, maybe?
No.
No? Okay, so but you guys know about the Hasbros. The Hasbros is probably one of the most popular wrestling lines of all time. Okay? So we're going to put those guys, the Hasbros, up against my favorite wrestling figure of all time, WWF Maximum Sweat.
Maximum Sweat. Eh?
Now you could tell the size difference.
Oh yeah.
Like look at the size difference. And then wait a minute. I'm going to prep them. I did prep them actually. I'm going to put something on my keyboard so. And so you fill them with water. And I don't know if it's going to come out, but there you go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Look at him.
What kind of hotel is this?
Look at him sweating, guys.
The Maximum Sweat Figures. Yeah, he's coming out there.
You push the button, and then it comes with. Where did I put it? I just had it. Oh, here it is.
Like a pump.
It comes with official Federation sweat.
What?
Well, you fill this with water, and then that's what you put in it.
Yeah.
And then he just sweats. So
what
that is my
of next.
So we've got, and then what's cool about this too is like, look at this figure here. This is Kane
Yeah.
This is the Undertaker's brother, right? Check this out. Oh, he got burned in the fire.
Look at that. You can
So it
remove his
comes with
mask.
like they all come with these like accessories and things like that. This one was actually gifted to me, which will be actually in my video this weekend. So after you watch the podcast, you go watch my video. By the Paint and Suffering. He is one of my channel members. We ran into each other at the Curiosity Flea Market, and he found it, and he knows that I go for Maximum Sweat. So guys, we're doing the Hasbros against the Maximum Sweat. Which do you choose?
Da, da, da.
Well,
What are you thinking?
considering the only wrestling figures I had were the big rubber ones,
The LJN.
Yeah.
I just sheerly for ridiculousness, I am gonna vote for not Maximum Sweat because that is ridiculous.
It's
But
too
this not even have like
ridiculous.
a battle action. Like I thought you were gonna like press the button, he was gonna be able to flip another wrestler. It's like no.
Dude, I just
gonna
love the
sweat.
molds. The molds on these guys
Right.
Who's
right.
are
this guy?
incredible. This is the Undertaker. This is one
Ah.
of the. This is like
What?
a later version of the Undertaker. There's actually 3 Undertaker versions of Maximum Sweat figures. I do now have all 3 of them.
He looks like he's been undertaken for sure. I'm voting for the Hasbros. Those ones
You're
look
voting for
fun.
the Hasbros. Well, the Hasbros do have
Less
the
wet.
action.
Sweat.
See,
Right.
They have
that's
the
what I was looking
action.
for. Give me the action, not the
Yeah,
sweat.
they have the
See,
action.
give him the uppercut. You just
So I'm gonna get a lot of slack
right
because
out of 'em.
I'm going Maximum Sweat because that is my favorite line because it's just so weird.
that is
And I
sweat.
just love how big they are and the molds. And if you want these figures, dude, these things are like dirt cheap. You can get them like $15 in the package, like still.
They're just sweat cheap, eh?
Nobody's buying them, and they're actually not
I
even
wonder
that
why.
easy to. But they're not even that easy to find. You could barely find them. So anyway, Russ, what are you choosing?
I've never had the Maximum Sweat guys. I think they're good for, like you said, the molds are nice. So if they're sitting on the shelf, but I feel like, I don't know, playing with them, you get more action out of the Hasbros. I think they really hit it with the size on them, and having the ring that came with them just, I think, interacted a lot better and took up less space. So Hasbro's all day for me, for sure.
Look, there's another Undertaker.
There's a better
No.
Undertaker.
There's The Rock with the title belt. Came with the title belt. And how about, come on, Gangrel, guys. One of the best ones. Look at that. With the
This
chalice.
is way
Of
past
blood?
my wrestling time.
Dude, it's so good. So this was around the time when I was working at Toys R Us. So I was able to buy. These are all of my originals, other than this Undertaker one that I showed you.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
my originals from growing up, I would buy these at Toys R Us when I was working there. They're just. I always love the designs and the molds. So
Yeah.
sorry guys,
Give
I'm
me a
going
good
Maximum
rubber
Sweat.
Hulk Hogan. Give me a good rubber Hulk Hogan with no.
I do have
no
that one in the other
articulation.
room.
No,
Yeah, that one's in the other room. Yep.
But you could whip
All
it
right.
across the room and hit your friend with it, and they'd be fine.
So I'm sorry, Russ. So you're going with the Hasbros?
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
Fair enough.
you're up,
You got
Russ.
first, Russ.
I was thinking of one last minute. It's somewhat toy related,
Okay.
but I feel like maybe, I don't even know if you guys ever played with both, but slime, right? Big thing.
Yeah. Mhm.
Slime versus Gak. Kind of similar.
Are we talking about like the good slime from like the 80s with like the slime pit,
Yeah, I would put it
like
up
the
against
He-Man
that.
era slime, the
And then
Ghostbusters era slime?
Here's the Gak,
Gak.
where it's more, I guess it's slime, but
Thick. It's
thicker.
thick. Yeah. And it makes like fart sounds when you squeeze it.
It does.
Right. So this stuff, or what do I put? 80s slime.
80s. You could do like Masters of the Universe slime or real Ghostbusters slime. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the slime
like
pit. Oh, that
slimy.
look how green it is too. Look,
I mean-
go Go to the picture. Yeah, right there, man. Bring that up. Look at that.
The turtles ooze, it all falls under this, right?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, while you guys are talking about that,
Slime.
speaking of slime, I picked this up at the toy show last week from our friend Mike. Talk about slime, man. Look, it's got the slime in there.
The mad scientist. Yeah.
See that? Yeah. And so this is sealed, and I'm actually going to open this up on a video because it's got a little bit of like water damage on the box.
Yeah.
And for the price, I wanted to open this anyway. So I'm going to, it's still got the containers in there and everything. So we're going to see like what is still, I mean, it's sure it's all dried up by now, but
if it's just powder.
But look at the slime on that.
Yeah.
Ew. I'm going slime.
So
I'm
good.
going
I feel like it's a clean. It's a slime sweep.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Gak, you can make sounds and you can whip it across the room with your friend and not hurt him. But slime is fun.
It's like the silly putty of slime.
Yeah.
That's what Gak is. Yeah.
Gak is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going slime. Slime all the way.
Slime it is.
Slime
to the world.
Gross.
Sweet. I dig it. All right, guys. We're going to take a quick commercial break here from our sponsor. Then we're going to be jumping into the main topic.
Think of all the mature, responsible things you could be doing. Helping old ladies cross the street, proudly maintaining your yard, hanging with your folks, or cleaning your room. But get real. You'd rather be playing video games. You can rent them from Blockbuster. They've got more of the coolest new Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Sega Genesis games for rent than anyone in the world. So dudes, why not get your games from Blockbuster? It's the mature thing to do.
Manny's Arcade has what you need. Retro game magazines, controllers and accessories, even VHS tapes of classic movies from the 80s and 90s. And of course, he has a wide selection of retro and modern video games. Sega Genesis, Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, and more. Check out Manny's Arcade and use code TheWeeklyWarpipe to save 15% off your order today. Awesome. I had to throw that commercial in, right?
That was great.
Let's get into some rentals talk here. Late fees, photocopied manuals.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
Or not even getting a manual, right?
That's true. It's true. And they also had a lot of special events as well.
That's true, yeah, with all the I don't know if any other local stores did, but obviously Blockbuster had all their special events where you would go there, try to place in a high score challenge or what have you, and then move on to more finals for that. You said you did a few, Dave, or one at least?
Yeah, I actually have the 1994 World. I got this button. This is my button from when I went there in 94 to take part in the World Game Championship, Blockbuster Video. And I actually have, check this out, man. This is the official guide.
Yeah.
And what's cool about this is check that out. This is my copy from when I was a kid. And what this would have in it is would have the games that you'd be playing by round.
Okay.
And then you'd be able to all 6 official tournament games, official tournament rules, what you would win.
Yeah.
Things like that. Yeah, and then it's just got like a bunch of, where is it? Yeah. So like week 1 you would play NBA Jam. Week 2 you would play Tournament Fighters. But of course you'd have to, qualify and things like that. And check this out. You got a nice Domino's
Coupons
the,
and free twisty bread. Let's go.
look at that.
Oh, now I want
And
twisty
then on the
bread.
other side, got the ads.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So did they have like a big stack of those at Blockbuster and you were just renting a game that weekend and you're like, oh, let me grab one of these pamphlets?
This is just like like basically, yeah. This is a pamphlet that you would just take.
Mhm.
Look, it's got the an ad for Maximum Carnage on the back.
Wow, that's awesome.
Nice.
And then on the back page, you got a little Butterfinger like Mad Lib
Yeah.
for The Simpsons.
Butterfingers.
Pretty
Yeah, I
cool.
haven't had a Butterfingers in a while.
Right?
So, yeah, you would basically just go to Blockbuster and they would have these at the counter and you could just take them if you're renting a movie for the weekend or whatever. And this was just basically to promote the World Blockbuster Video Game Championship.
Right. And I guess you would have to ask them, hey, when is this happening at my
Well, then
store?
they would have a binder and then you would sign up and then they would call you with your times and stuff like that. Or maybe you would sign up with your times of what day to come in or something like that. But you always had a time frame. So you would only have to come in for that time. You wouldn't have to
I
like
see,
wait
be
in
there for
line or
hours.
anything like that.
Yeah. So
Yep.
what did they have? Do you remember? Like, did they have like tables with CRT TVs on it, or like how
No, it
was
was
that set up?
basically like, well, because it was only one, so you're basically competing with everybody else, but it's just one at a time. So what you would do is they would have one TV set up, one table set up with the game system and stuff like that, and then whatever you were doing was timed. So I think it was like based on high scores or something like that.
Yeah.
So then they would just record it, and then
The
they
next
would
kid
let you
come
know
in.
if you made it to the next round.
I see. So they're just
Yeah.
like all day, like, all right, 8 to 9, we got 50 kids coming in 10-minute
Right,
intervals.
right. Yeah, you couldn't do that. It was all. Let me see if it actually has the rules here.
Because I'm
Winning
trying to
is
think,
simple.
the
Yeah.
store has to be open still, and people have to be walking around renting
Yeah.
stuff.
Yes, that's true. It is. Winning is simple. Score the most points during the time allotted on 3 different games. The rest of this guide is everything you need to know to make that happen. The store champion will be the competitor with the best cumulative score based on the tournament scoring system after 3 weeks of competition.
Yeah.
Players compete on a Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo systems using different game each week. The games for this year's competition are NBA Jam, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters, Clay Fighter Tournament Edition, a Blockbuster Video. It even says, check this out, a Blockbuster Video. Where is it? Right here. Exclusive, available early May. So that's when Clay Fighter Tournament Edition, like the Blockbuster version, was out. And then Sega Genesis, you got NBA Jam, Sonic 3, and Virtual Racing available early June. So pretty cool. And then what do you win? Both champs. Let's see, the Super Nintendo. Oh yeah, so you can either compete for Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis. So like you would,
okay.
so they would have 2 different champions. The Super Nintendo and Genesis champions will each win a grand prize trip for 4 to San Francisco, California, compliments of GamePro magazine. During a 4-day action-packed trip, you'll get to do all kinds of cool stuff. Both champs will be GamePro editors for a day. As honorary GamePro editors, they'll get to hang out in the GamePro labs and help the GamePro staff review some hot new games. Their reviews will appear in a future issue of GamePro, complete with their picture and byline. The trip will also include tours of the Capcom USA and Electronic Arts headquarters.
Okay.
And Electronic Arts will digitize both winners into an upcoming Strike Series game. Not sure what. Yeah. Both winners will also join the editors of GamePro in the luxury box seats of a local sporting event with one of San Francisco's premier professional sports teams.
Sounds like a good package.
I mean, you get to tour Capcom.
Did this stuff ever even really happen? Like, I question. Like, this was the 80s.
I mean,
how do we fact check that someone actually got to that point? Like, they could advertise
that
you got a money bin full of cash, And until
Right.
someone actually shows up is like, I
Yes,
won
yes.
that. I got the money bin full of cash. I'm going to be like, did they really give that stuff away? Or is this just to try to get kids to play video games?
I mean, it definitely brought people in, and actually, it made people rent the video games so they can practice.
Mhm.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a win-win on all rounds.
Right.
And then maybe also they got a subscription to GamePro magazine, talk to their parents.
Yep.
And so
Mhm.
Mhm.
definitely a big promotion for all things gaming related. Everyone was benefiting from it, except the parents, right? Losing some money.
Yeah. Now, I do also remember I took part in another tournament. I think it was earlier, like before 94. I want to say it was like maybe late 80s.
Yeah.
Because I distinctly remember you would have to speed run in the first round. I didn't get past the first round because, like, dude, I practiced all week, and then I just like I didn't do well. And in the first round, you had to have like the best time speed running level 1-1 in Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
fun.
that was another one. I think that was the Nintendo Gaming Championship,
Mhm.
Gotcha.
where you would take part at Blockbuster, and then same thing, you would end up going to California or whatever and take part in that championship. But I did not make it past that first round that time. I think I was only like 8 or 9 years old, so
I will
I didn't
say,
own my skills.
Blockbuster in Canada, Keith, or
We did have Blockbuster. That was like a big city store though. We didn't have Blockbusters in my
locally, yeah.
hometown. We had um Video Update was
Okay.
the store we had, and a couple mom and pop stores. I remember the very first rental store I ever went in was like a little mom and pop store. It turned into a Subway eventually, and now it's like a Greek restaurant. But
Okay.
I remember going in there and renting GoBots. There was it was a GoBots movie or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm going in
Mhm.
there and renting that. That's the first rental I remember. But
Okay.
yeah, we didn't have Blockbuster in my small town. We had Video Update, which turned into Video View eventually.
Yeah.
And then Movie Gallery, I think, is what it ended up being.
Oh,
Oh, I was gonna say we know Movie
we
Gallery.
we went to
And
one
then
of those
gone.
in was that North Carolina?
Yeah. Yes.
I think it was North Carolina on our way back from Siege one year.
Yeah.
Now,
It was
my
abandoned, like it was
mom.
closed. It was like a gym at that
Oh yeah,
point.
nice. My mom did work at the Video Update and ended up being like a manager or something. So I
Yeah.
do have a lot of memories of getting screener movies and stuff like that,
Oh,
getting
wow.
them in advance and getting to watch. I remember Congo, when Congo came out, we got to
Oh, yeah.
screener of that, got to
Amy,
watch
want
that,
green drop drink?
right? And then even systems, like when the PlayStation first came out, mom got to bring it home early
Yeah.
before it was in store to rent, and we got to
Mhm.
play it, which is why we ended up getting a PlayStation, because we had so much fun with that rental version that my parents
Wow.
ended up getting me a PlayStation for Christmas.
I
So
was gonna say, did you guys ever rent the systems? I never rented a
No,
system
never. Yeah.
from there.
yes, we definitely rented the system. I rented an N64. That's the only experiences I had with an N64 back in the day, was
Oh,
renting
wow.
an N64 and playing it. Yeah, and Super Mario World or 3D, whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Do you,
on
do
the
you remember?
N64.
I want to say it was like, was it like $30 to rent it,
Something
or
like
like
that. Yeah,
$20,
yeah,
something like that?
yeah.
And it was only
And
for, but what wasn't it for a week or something?
yeah, something like that. And it came in the box with the
Yeah,
like
this,
the hard shell box with the foam
yeah,
with like the controllers and inserts and everything.
yeah. I
But
want
yeah,
to say it was like twenty nine
oh,
ninety
Russ has
nine.
got something. Russ has got
I'm
something.
sure I think Russ has a. I think he has a Virtual Boy one.
I used to have a couple of them. My dad worked oil field, and he ended up
There it is.
finding nice. Someone had robbed like a video store and
Yeah,
taken the systems out and thrown these cases on the ground on like a well site. So my dad
yeah.
comes home with these boxes, like who knows what video store in the city they'd stolen them from. But
Mm-hmm.
we used to have a couple of them, but I regret getting rid of those. Ooh.
There we go. I got the
Yeah.
Virtual Boy rental here. I did have to. I personally redid the foam inside, so it's a little different. But I made it so you could put the games up here, but there's the system like there, so you would have got it something like this
Come
here.
in that box, right? You put that in that box? Like, that's not the one that was the rental?
The Virtual Boy
system.
itself, correct. Yes, this
Yeah,
is just
okay.
a Virtual Boy I put in there.
So you just got the box and then
well,
you...
So I got this from a friend, so I don't know if this is the original Virtual Boy in this carrier, right?
Oh, so when you bought the box, it came with the Virtual Boy.
Correct. Yes.
Got it.
Okay.
And then what about the games? Are those from like when you bought the collection?
No, these are like ones I had. And then I had
Okay.
even bought this one, which was called a Flash Boy, where you can put an SD card in here and then
Oh, interesting.
play some Virtual Boy games. So I put that in there. But yeah, this is essentially, and I've seen a few of these at conventions and everything. It's a nice hard shell case. You can snap shut, and then it has a sticker of
The
whatever.
sticker's nice and clean.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
there,
that's a nice one.
So definitely happy to pick that bad boy up. But I've never rented a console from Blockbuster.
I mean, I remember the games being $4 for 3 days, but I always felt like you were getting gypped though, because when the day you would rent it would be the first day. So if you rented it at 5:00, you already lost the whole day.
Yep.
You know, so it's kind of a rip off there. So like you had to rent it early on that day in order to have it for like maximum amount of time.
Yeah.
But do you guys remember speaking of all the rental stores, were there any like movies or anything that you guys remember renting over and over and over again? Or games for that matter? I know for me, one movie that I rented continuously, and you guys can make fun of me, but I got the poster hanging up right in the back right there. It's hidden, but it's Cool as Ice, the Vanilla Ice movie. I used to rent that movie so many times. I used to rent that, and I don't remember what, like, I just remember the wall. Remember the new release walls, and there'd be like 50 copies, and you'd have to make sure like the case was behind the box.
Absolutely.
So Cool as Ice was my...
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I rented multiple
Adventures in Dinosaur City.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
Okay.
We rented that one a bunch of times. I love that movie. We rented it a ton of times.
Yeah. That's I remember renting like I remember a lot of the games we rented. Like we rented, I know my brother would rent Golgo 13 a lot. He really liked that game. Rented Hogan's Alley, rented Rampage. I know that.
Ooh, that's a gooder.
And because I remember distinctly when we rented Rampage, me and my brother played it, and then we played it for so long, and we're like, when does this game end? We actually left the Nintendo on, like while we went to school or whatever, and then we came back to see like how much further we can get, and we just like that game just goes on forever.
Yeah, I don't think the NES one. I don't think it has an end.
Right. So I remember that, and then and I remember before we got our copy of Legend of Zelda, we would rent Legend of Zelda, but always being disappointed like when you wanted to go and rent a game and the games that you wanted were not there. So I had to like, I had to.
What's second best, third best?
There was that one time where like, okay, I guess I'll get Hogan's Alley.
Like,
I'll get a light gun game, I guess. So
I used to
I'll just kind of do Final Fantasies.
Yeah, or the Breath of the Fires. I remember seeing those ones on the shelf and being like, "Oh, I need to play this for sure," and they were never in. It was always a struggle to get a hold of one of those ones.
See, I never rented Sega Genesis. Like, I only rented NES games.
Yeah,
from rental stores. I think once I got to Sega, I just either played at friends' houses or just had the games.
Right.
So I don't think I ever rented anything past NES.
I remember distinctly at my friend Joe's house, he had rented. It had to be Mega Man 8 because it was on PlayStation,
Mm-hmm.
and we were playing it. and it was Sunday, and the game had to go back, and his mom came in, so she took the game, and you could still play the game on PlayStation if you take the game out.
Oh,
as long as it doesn't load the next screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got, a couple 10 more minutes or something, like farting around and just like, no. And I thought that was silly.
Yeah.
I do remember buying a bunch of games there, like used games. They would have the bins with used movies or games. So I got a lot of my library from Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Funny you should mention that.
Oh, what do you got? What do you got ready here?
Oh, there you go.
Blockbuster Video rental case with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighter.
Look at that price tag on it.
$7.99.
Nice.
And what's cool about this, I got this off of eBay years ago. And I paid, I want to say I paid what just the cartridge was going for at the time.
Yeah.
So the case
was like a freebie, basically.
The case and the manual
came with it. Nice.
Were basically freebies. But what's extra cool about this is on the inside, guys, you got the rent code and all the numbers and stuff. And it matches the case. So you know that it came with this case. So there's the game. I mean, I'm going to, this is something that I will never get rid of. I mean, it's a Blockbuster rental. It's the Ninja Turtles. It came with the manual. I mean, the manual alone, guys, now goes for $250.
Yeah.
Nice.
The cartridge alone, I can't put a price on the case, though. Like having an actual Blockbuster Video case with the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One that I'm after, I'm looking for, and there's actually one on eBay right now. I've been looking forever, because I am looking for a Ghostbusters Blockbuster Video rental case.
Okay.
But the guy that's got it up on eBay right now wants $2,500, and I was like, "You're out of your mind." Yeah, it's one of those hey, I won't sell it, but I'll sell it if it goes for this price.
Yeah.
So, for now, this is probably one of my most prized possessions in my Nintendo collection. So see, new release, Nintendo NES.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
And I do have this still.
There you go. Your
Yes,
membership
the
card.
Blockbuster membership card.
There's my actual membership card. Guys, that phone number will not work anymore, so don't try to... Well, actually, that's not even my phone number. That's Blockbuster's. That was the address of the card.
Oh, yeah. Dixwell Ave. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. and apparently I became a member on 420.
Nice. I don't even know what that means.
But yeah, I was gonna say, because we say manual, sometimes you wouldn't get the manual in the rental game, or it would be a photocopied version of it, so they wouldn't risk, I guess, someone keeping the manual or losing it.
Do you guys remember renting from Stop and Shop? Do you have Stop and Shop what's your grocery store up there?
There's tons of them.
Well, what did you ever have a rental store in one of your grocery stores?
I feel like the Co-op might have rented games at one point, but that's the only one I can think of.
Okay.
I think they might have had movies, but I don't remember them having games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good match, because you're going shopping for food, maybe for the weekend, and you're like, oh, well, let's grab a movie, while we're here too.
Yeah.
Get food.
Yeah, I remember renting movies from our local Stop and Shop. It was kind of like we had 3, and Russ could actually. Russ, you had Hollywood Video, right?
Yeah, towards the end on the Post Road. I remember going in it a few times, but
yeah,
mostly Tommy Case was our local one. Blockbuster.
I actually do have a couple of Tommy K's. Oh, you know what I have is I have a Tommy K's rental case with NHL 94.
Oh, nice.
So that's a good one to have for Tommy K's. Tommy K's Keith was our kind of like mom and pop chain.
Okay.
So there was several locations in Connecticut, all owned by the same guy. And they don't have the rental stores anymore, but they do have Tommy's Tanning.
They switched over to
Ooh.
tanning.
They switched over to a tanning booth, and I think they still exist.
There's
Nice.
one a couple towns over from me, and the big sign says Tommy K's Plaza, and
Yep.
there's a Domino's in there and a few other stores, but then on the backside of it, it's a Tommy's Tanning, and I'm like, this used to be a rental place. Like,
Gotta go
there's
to the
an empty
backside of the
building.
tanning.
Right, the backside is where the tanning, because they would, I think,
Right.
for the later portion, it was Tommy K's rental, and then next to it or behind it was the tanning place.
Yes,
where they're trying to maybe use the money from this to keep the rental open, but now since then all the rental stores is closed, so you just have the tanning left. I guess people still want to tan.
And that was the one that was over by maybe like Sam Ash, where you are.
Oh,
It was in
I
like
didn't even think of that one. Yeah, there's
I
one in
think
Oxford.
Oxford. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because we also have the one in Hamden, which is the one where I went to.
yeah.
Our friend Eric Schrader used to work there, so we used to get the hookup from that. But yeah, Tommy K's, and then I had a friend of mine who lived like 3 doors down before Tommy K's moved into a different plaza. It was in another building, and my friend lived 2 doors down. So after school, I would go out and hang out with him, and then we'd walk to the rental store to Tommy K's, rent a game, and then go back to his house and play.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be a good weekend.
Yeah. And then also, what about the candies, guys? All the snacks. You got all the snacks
Right.
too.
Well, if you're renting a movie for the
popcorn.
weekend and you're not at a grocery store to get food or candy, made sense, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Snow
Snacks on the way
caps,
out.
milk duds, some
Ooh,
licorice.
yeah. Right.
Now there is
Popcorn.
still a rental store in Hamden.
Right. I think I went to it once, but it was during COVID, so they just we went. I think there was racks outside of VHS and stuff.
Yes. I'm trying to remember what's the name of it. Is it Best Video? Yes,
see.
Best Video. It's called Best Video. It is in Hamden, Connecticut. They still have walls to ceilings to floor of rental for movies. And then I
Wow.
remember what Russ said. We went there one day, and they were selling some VHS tapes outside. And they also have like a coffee shop in there. You can go get coffee, rent a movie. It's just a mom and pop shop that still exists. And
Nice.
they also have like live music and things like that. It's like it says, it's a cultural center as well. Trivia nights, things like that.
Very cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah, so that still exists. Do you guys have any more in Canada, or is that different?
There used to be one in one of the other small towns, but it's gone. I haven't seen one in quite a while. I'm sure there's probably one if I went hunting for something. I think it's interesting that you guys are saying this Tommy K's turned into a tanning place.
Yeah.
Rip Van Winkle's was one of our local mom and pop stores. And it turned into they sell hot tubs and like accessible scooters now. So I could go and get a hot tub or one of those accessible
mobile scooter.
scooters.
Wow.
And it's still open with the same name.
Still open with the same name, yeah. I think it's just Rips now, I think is what it's called. But my one buddy worked there. This would have been just out of high school. And the owner, Leon, he was super cool, super chill. And he was basically like my buddy Ron worked the night shift. And so when the store closed, I was like, if you guys want to hang out here, it keeps you kids out of trouble. Yeah, there's big screen TVs in there. You had like a couch with a big screen TV. All the systems were hooked up to it. So we used to just go and sit there after Ron was finishing his shift. And until like 3 a.m., we'd watch movies or play video games, had all the new games sitting there, do whatever we wanted, right? And just hang out in this cool video store, playing video games and watching movies. So I have really fond memories of doing that for, it's probably like 2 years after high school. Ron worked there, and we would just go and do that. A lot of nights were spent hanging out there. We didn't go to the bars or anything like that. We were old enough to go to the bars because it's 18 here.
Okay.
That wasn't what clique was doing. We were hanging out at the video store, watching movies and playing video games. So kind of a interesting way to start my post high school life. So I have really fun memories of a video store in that. So
That's cool.
yeah.
I remember one other thing that I just remembered I wanted to mention is Russ had mentioned earlier that they would have special events, right? Well, I remember the Blockbuster video. I don't know if Russ, you've ever been to the one in Hamden, that was in the Hamden Plaza, but my brother and I went and we got dropped off one time because WWF superstar Jim the Anvil Neidhart was signing autographs.
Oh, okay.
And I remember I was very young. I was with my brother. We went in there. They were tag team. He was a tag team champion at the time. So he had the tag team title belt on the table. And this dude was just huge, right? Um, and I remember walking up to him and stuff. And my brother was like, "Oh, look, Dave, there's the belt." And I remember hearing him kind of like laugh under his breath, uh, and just saying like, "How you guys doing?" And then it was, we would get a picture signed and everything. Just he was just hanging out there at a table and signing autographs, and get to see your, but I mean, I was so little at the time. Like
Right.
probably couldn't comprehend, like, he was a superstar, I was like, oh my, one of my favorite, from the Heart Foundation, like trying to, one of my favorite tag teams, like him and, Bret the Hitman Hart, they're like brothers. And
Yeah.
so like getting to see that. And then, he was the one that had the long beard. He would always go like this.
Yeah. I
Um,
remember.
Yeah, so I remember that so that was at that same Blockbuster that I did the video game tournament at. So
Nice.
they had a lot of cool events. So a lot of cool memories there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Blockbuster.
I wonder if any of the local stores tried to do special events and stuff like that to kind of compete, right, or get people in,
I don't remember Tommy K's doing much of
or
anything.
even mom and pop shops and stuff.
I don't remember Video Update or Video View doing stuff like that because it was like a smaller chain of movie stores. I think Blockbuster had the power to do stuff like that, right? Like we didn't
the money.
see you didn't see a Video Update exclusive or a movie gallery exclusive games, right?
Right,
Blockbuster had
right.
the staying power to do that type of thing. So that's
Well,
probably
now wait a
why.
minute. Did Hollywood Video have exclusives as well? Oh, yes. Okay, so here's something to know about Hollywood Video and Blockbuster.
Okay.
So let's use an example. I have a tape up there of Donnie Darko. Okay?
Yeah.
The Donnie Darko is a blue VHS tape. Blue, now they also make them in white and they make them in black.
Okay.
Black you would get at a store. The blue was a Blockbuster exclusive, and the white was a Hollywood Video exclusive.
Interesting.
So if you ever
There's
find
color variants of
exactly, so if you ever find a blue VHS tape, it's a Blockbuster exclusive.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I dig it.
But it's not like the bright blue of the logo. It's like a little bit more darker tone, but regardless, in Hollywood Video with the white, I've only come across a couple of the white ones, but like the blue ones are pretty scarce. So if you ever find, I know that like the Donnie Darko specifically, very cheap movie to buy, get it for $5 to $10. But if you get the black, the blue one, it could range like $100 or more.
Right. I mean, let's think about the stores themselves for a minute. Like we're walking up to a Blockbuster or whatever store you want to call it. And I'm picturing, if I close my eyes and look at it, I'm seeing the windows. They had the movie posters in the windows with the light up frames. Remember those?
Right.
Those gold
Yeah.
light up frames. You'd walk in the door and right away there was the return bin, right? The slot to put the return. Or in the door, there was a slot in the door for returning your
That's what I
videos, your
remember.
movies, right? You come inside and normally it's carpeted. There's all the low shelves that you can see over, and then in the background, the walls are all covered, floor to ceiling with the new releases, stuff
Mhm.
like that. TVs hanging, the big CRTs hanging from the roof,
Oh,
playing
yeah.
the movies as
Yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah.
walking through this store. Everything's labeled, everything's
Mhm.
separated out. You've got the horror section, the comedy section, romance, the naughty corner with the
With the
curtain and
curtain.
to go into the room, right? You got that in the back corner, and you get
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
you walk around through this store. We've looked at some movies, get to the front, like you're saying earlier. They've got
Mhm.
the snacks. They got the Blockbuster gumball machine sitting
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
and
big
you
gumball
get up to
machine.
the counter and you give them your card. There was always the one way in, right? Give them your
Right.
card, and then you got to go out that other door, so you're not sneaking out the indoor with the outdoor. And they
Right.
double check. Some of them would take the movies and carry them over and
Yeah,
put them on
Yes.
the other side because you had to go through because all those
The
movies
metal
had those little
detector.
metal
Yeah.
detectors in them, right? So you weren't
Right.
sneaking out with movies in your pockets, so they'd have to take them over. You have to walk through the metal detector, and then off you went for your Saturday or your Friday night. And
right.
And
then,
then how about the
well,
little drop slot?
That's what you
right, the
said when you
drop
walk
slot,
right up.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right up at the door, they got the drop slot, or right when you come in. So I feel like that's the movie stores I remember. The
Yeah.
feel, the smell, smell of popcorn a lot of the times, stuff like that. A lot of people walking around hunting for a movie. No one knew
Mhm.
what they were going. You went as a group, and all of a sudden you're all separated out, looking at these different sections. Right? How often do we rent old movies there? Like
right.
I only went for the new releases a lot of the
Oh,
times,
okay.
right? Like I don't
Right.
know about
Right.
you
Right.
guys.
Yeah,
Were
like
you guys renting
what's
the older
hot? Yeah.
movies, or were you
I think no, because I feel like we at home we had HBO.
okay?
So we
Okay.
would get a lot of the older movies on that, and my dad used to tape those on our VCR.
Mhm.
So we would have our own copies of them. So like
Yeah.
we had Ghostbusters. Like I still have the Ghostbusters VHS tape that my dad recorded off of TV. Um, but I always remember seeing like you were saying, like the old ones. I distinctly always remember seeing like Caddyshack and like all the comedies. Like
Yeah.
I used to go down the comedy aisle a lot, I feel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I did find this though. So
There's
there
a
is the
Donnie
Donnie
Darko.
Darko, and there is the blue
Okay.
tape.
Okay.
So this would have been like a block. Oh, actually, yeah. Look,
Mm.
see,
Kind rewind.
was in line. And what's the date on that? 1997.
97.
So there you go.
Wow.
So there's the Donnie Darko blue tape,
Nice.
and so these would have been Blockbuster exclusive
FBI
rentals.
warning on it.
And then here's the box, and then on the box.
Yeah, you have your
Oh, yeah.
Blockbuster.
So
Yeah.
there you go. It was put up for sale in '02.
Nice.
Yep.
So there you go. So
Hmm.
yeah, so there that is a Donnie Darko Blockbuster rental.
Right.
Pretty
And they
interesting,
must have
like that they did
saved
that.
all the boxes in the back because a lot of them came in the clamshells, right? Like
Right.
there was one
yeah,
box
yeah.
or 5 boxes on the shelf, and then you'd go and they'd have you'd be behind it, right? You'd have the
Right,
box,
right,
and
right.
behind it would be the clamshell one that you took to the front.
It'd be like
Right.
this,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
just like that.
What about late fees? Do you guys remember what was your
Oh,
biggest
dude.
late fees? Do you remember
So
having a big late
expensive.
fee?
Stupid
I don't
expensive.
think I
Isn't it
ever
like
paid in them, right?
wasn't it like
Yeah.
$4 for every late day or something like
Crazy.
that? It was stupid.
And then if you wrecked a VHS, like if you didn't follow the rules and left that VHS out in the sun in your car, they were like $100 they were charging you for the VHS. It was ridiculous if you
Well, that's
damaged
how
the
much
VHS,
VHS used to cost at the time.
right?
Yeah,
think
like the
that's
first
why-
Crazy.
Those mom and pop shops would only have, 1 or 2 copies of a movie because they couldn't
Yeah.
compete with Blockbuster because they would have to front thousands of dollars to get
Yeah.
that many copies.
Wasn't like I want to say I heard something like the Terminator or something like when the Terminator like the first Terminator came out on VHS it was like $100 to buy. Like it was some crazy and think about how much that is today like with inflation.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
And that's a VHS tape. Like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Nuts.
I did want to give a quick shout out to our friend Bobby. If you guys are in into VHS rentals and all that, he made a movie called Mom and Pop, the indie video store boom of the 80s and 90s.
Nice.
And you can watch it on Amazon Prime or pick up a physical copy of the movie. And it's a nice documentary about, renting movies at these mom and pop shops, not just necessarily Blockbuster Video.
I remember meeting him. Did we meet him in South Carolina?
Yeah. Yep.
We met him in South Carolina, and he was raising funds at that time.
And he was
for
doing
that movie.
some behind the scenes interviews and stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Because I remember buying a couple of things off of his table, and he was specifically telling me the story about how he was just trying to fund the documentary that he was working on.
Yeah. So that was a good watch.
Pretty awesome.
For sure.
I didn't realize that it was on
Wednesday.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah. I ended up backing it wherever and had gotten it, and I think I also just ended up watching it on Amazon. So
Sweet.
one for sure.
Nice.
Got any
So
other
video
things to
rental
add to
stores.
it?
I'm
That's it.
good.
It's good wrapping up.
That's a lot of information on
That's-
rental stores.
That's plenty.
Right?
All right, voicemails. Rob, do we have voicemails this week to call in to the show?
Oh, it looks like we have a voicemail. Let's see who called into the show this week.
I keep dreaming about my dream phone.
It's for you.
All right, I think this one I didn't get to download last week, so it's a few weeks out. But
okay.
it's about Manny.
Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Manny's Arcade, and I wanted to touch up on something that you guys talked about in last week's episode, which I loved, by the way. But guys, a co-op game that I really enjoyed for the Super Nintendo was going to be Knights of the Round Table. That was one that I played a lot,
Nice.
and it's such a cool game, man. Also, for the Sega, I got to throw in some Streets of Rage 2. It's a great one. But yeah, man. And as far as retro game collecting and all that stuff, I really believe that it is nostalgia. It is an investment, but a lot of it is also curiosity, because there's a lot of games that we grew up not playing because either we just didn't buy it, just never crossed our minds, we didn't know about it. But now we're kind of at that age where we can just play whatever we want, whenever we want, and also kind of buy what we want. So, like I said, even with me and my Sega Saturn collection, Sega Dreamcast collection, and also Genesis, man. So, collected a lot of games that I've never played before, and I've been enjoying it. And it's good to know that if something ever happens, I'll be able to have those games to sell in case of an emergency. So the value's there. But guys, I'm going to bust a J NES addict here, and I'm going to recommend a song, and I'm going to go Easy Lover by Phil Collins and Philip Bailey. Check it out, guys. I'll see you later.
Funny story, Phil Collins is this year's inductee to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
There
there
we
you
go.
go.
Nice.
I don't know if Manny knew that at the time, but Hall of Famer Phil Collins. Susu Studio.
There we
Oh,
go.
good.
Hey guys,
Well.
it's another bald nerd here. Just thought I'd call and chime in from the last week's podcast. You guys had an interesting topic regarding like the investment piece, and I thought when Dave brought up nostalgia holding you back, it was pretty interesting. So I thought I'd call in and kind of add to that topic. I do think, I mean, it can be hard to let things go. It can be hard to let things go, and especially when it's nostalgia driven. I mean, I think for me personally, like anything that I have from my childhood, like my, childhood Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, thing like that, I'd probably look at last, or like as a last resort to sell off if I had to. But at the end of the day, like it's all just things, and we can get those things again for the most part if we want to recollect. But as an example, when we moved from Florida back up to New England, we drove my family up and they stayed with a friend, and then I flew back down and basically was packing up our entire house on my own, and we could only afford 2 containers to pack everything into,
Right.
and there just was no way that everything was going to fit in there. So like at at a stopping point. It's like, what do we leave behind? And so, me being a father, it's like, well, I'm not going to get rid of any of my kids' stuff. So, like, I'm not going to get rid of my kids' toys or anything. They're not even there to look at this stuff to see if they want to keep it or not. I'm not going to touch it. That's off limits. So, what do I go to next? I look at my stuff, and I ended up going through all of my stuff and purging a good chunk of what I had at the time, and made between toys and video games, made about $700 that went into moving expenses, whether it's gas or food or whatever. So sometimes life throws you those curveballs, and you just have to do what you need to do. If I had to do it again, I would. It's just one of those things. I had a huge VHS collection, which I've since more or less regained. But sometimes you just have to do what you got to do. And even now, we just had to drop a little over $1,000 for one of our dogs to have a surgery, and now I'm looking at, okay, what do I have here that can pay off that credit card bill? So again, I'm looking at things like, well, I have my Sega Dreamcast. I haven't touched it in who knows how many years. Another bald nerd here again. Sorry, I guess my message is too long and I got cut off. So just to wrap it up, like I was saying, I'm never going to find a Dreamcast again for $60, but that's beside the point. Like, I'm not touching it. There's somebody else out there that can enjoy it. That's something that I should look into selling or getting rid of. I mean, there's somebody out there that could use stuff that is in my collection that I'm not currently enjoying. So, I just have to look at things like from a standpoint of, am I able to enjoy this now? Is it serving a purpose in my collection? And so, that's a lot of where I kind of shifted my collecting from games to toys, is because with toys, I can put it up on a shelf and I can look at it, I can enjoy it, and I can curate it that way. Whereas the games, we only have so much time in the day, especially as an adult with family. We got to carve out time to do certain things, and I don't have a lot of time to play games. So, we just have to, every once in a while, we got to do a healthy reevaluation of our collections and seeing, where we want to go from there. Anyways, guys, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Keep up the great work. Dave, congratulations on a year. Looking forward to what you do in the future. Take care, guys. Bye.
Thanks,
Awesome.
buddy. He
Thanks, for
another
sure.
bald nerd actually, he was looking out for me one time. Multiple times, but one time I went to Shop the Curiosity, the flea market,
Yeah.
and a few weeks prior, he had messaged me. He messages me when, like, it's weird, like, he finds stuff before I even know about it. So he's the reason why I found out about Five Below having Mad Balls. And also he had sent me a message when he found that they made Fuggler's Gremlins. They made a Stripe and a Gizmo Fuggler, and he actually picked up a couple for me, and then brought them to me at that shop show. So another bald nerd. If you guys aren't following him on YouTube or Instagram, go look him up, give him a follow, give him a subscribe. He's a good dude.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. And again, if you guys want to call into the show, our phone number is 949-682-9277. 949-682-WARP. Leave us a voicemail and we'll play it on the show. It could be about last week's episode, current stuff, or just something on your mind. All right, guys, add it to your playlist. What song is Jay picking this week? Let's see.
What's up, guys? NES Addict here, and welcome to another episode of Do Yourself a Favor. Today, we're going to be talking about Third Eye Blind. I had to take the CD case out so I could read the words. But do yourself a favor and listen to the song Anything off the album Blue by Third Eye Blind. I'm going to read some lyrics to you. It says, anything for you, turn my castles blue, turn my bones to sand just to see you. I'd give you anything. I'd give you anything. I got this CD probably in like fall of 2000, maybe. But I really started listening to some of the deep cuts that spring. And man, Blue is such an incredible album by Third Eye Blind. So do yourself a favor, listen to Third Eye Blind. Also, let me know what Third Eye Blind songs you like in the comments below. And guys, don't forget to call us. We need some phone calls. All right. Until next time. I don't know what I was going to say. I was going to try to read some lyrics. But I botched it. I blew it. So let's let the show go on. Peace.
Nice.
Now, is
You
that?
guys-
I hope he's moved on to the springtime.
This is the
Playlist
spring
now.
playlist.
Okay.
Yeah. So no
Is it
more
going to
winter
the
stuff.
spring playlist?
No more winter music. Yes,
Right?
he's doing
Are
it
you guys-
in quarters.
Ready for a pixel price check here?
Oh yeah. We ready, Keith?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you guys are ready, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Let me find my intro and I can play it. We can get
Price is
into it.
Right rules. Price is Right
Price is
rules.
Right.
Pixel price check.
Roll it.
The price is wrong, Bobby.
I forgot about that intro too. Like it's been a while.
All right. Yeah, this one's only happened occasionally for us. Okay, so Russ, do you want to bring up our first one for pixel price check? It should be labeled by date there, and that should be in the little folder there.
Scrolling. Where are we here? Yep, there. And just go.
Keith, your arms healed by now.
Right? I'm trying to do three things over here.
Wait, the first folder. Hold on, I'm going by
be
what's
4/15,
4/15. I got it. Yep.
Yeah.
We're a little rusty, guys. We haven't done
a little
this.
rusty on.
We haven't done this pixel
Should've
price
checked when we
thing
started.
in quite some
And
time.
am I going with the very first one, or am I going
Yeah, go with the first one.
price
First
check
one.
1 or price check 5
Price
is
check.
the first one?
Price check 1 is the first one.
Okay.
Sorry, it's probably changed.
I mean, that
in-
makes
It
sense.
changed
It's
the
number
order, so
one.
I'll
Yeah.
fix
Nah, of course it did. So,
There we
Price
go.
is Right rules, guys. I want you to tell me what Optimus Prime, Transformers Optimus Prime from 1984 would have been at time of release. What is retail
I'm going to admit,
price?
I totally forgot what this whole concept was. I didn't realize that we were guessing prices.
It's
It's
new to
been
us,
so
too.
long.
guessing retail prices for different
1980.
products
Yeah.
from
So
back
this was
in the day.
19
This one, 1984 Transformers Optimus Prime. This would have been the
G1.
metally G1 Transformer. What do we think retail price, suggested retail price was?
Yeah.
You know, I had this one
1984.
and I don't know where it is. And I lost it years and years and years and years ago. I wish I knew where this was.
Cool. It's a cool toy.
It is a cool toy.
He's a big transformer because I feel like some of the smaller ones might have been cheaper. I'm
well,
almost
this one was
going with-
metal.
This was metal.
Yeah.
$20 I'm
Yeah.
going with. I don't know. 1984, $20.
1984. If it was
What are we thinking?
1984, I'm gonna go with $9.99.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Now, if we're playing
pricey.
Price is Right rules,
Do you want to know why I came up with that price?
Yeah.
The reason I came up with $9.99 is because when we did this, I don't know if we had talked about this last time, but on a video somewhere we were talking about the retail price of, or maybe it was one of my videos, the retail price of My Pet Monster when it first came out, and that was $14.99.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go
okay.
$9.99 on this.
Okay.
So that's my reasoning.
so price 1984 Optimus Prime Transformers, $19.99, $20,
Wow,
right?
that's a lot of money for that.
right.
It's the
Price is
metal.
Right rules would make it
I mean,
so
I went over.
You went over, but you know what? It's our rules.
Because I
We'll
said
do what we want,
$20, right?
right?
You went over
Close
by
enough,
a penny.
There's tax,
Okay.
right? So it's good.
right? There's absolute tax.
Price is wrong, Bobby.
Right. All right, Russ. Let's see. Price check 2. Bring it up
Price
for
check
me.
2.
Oh,
Oh,
Right,
okay.
guys.
Oh,
Sega
okay, we got a
Genesis,
Sega Genesis
The
game.
Revenge of Shinobi,
Okay.
1989. What do we think the price, suggested retail price is for Revenge of Shinobi on the Genesis?
I'm gonna go with 65.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go with 65 because I know that back in the day, contrary to belief,
You're right.
games were pretty expensive,
They were. They sure were.
and some of them were $70. Because I remember when the Switch 2
Yep.
came out, people were all up in arms with $70 games, forgetting that
Mhm.
some N64 games were $70.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I
Russ,
might
what
go
are you
like,
thinking?
would I say 65?
Yeah, you said 65.
65.
I was gonna go lower too, man. But I'll just stick with my. Yeah, I'll do $39.99.
Okay.
Ooh. Guess we're kind of splitting the difference on this one. $49.99 was
Oh,
just retail price for
Russ gets
Revenge
that one because I
of
went over.
Shinobi.
Yeah.
nice.
So yeah, not. I mean, they were about that price range, like you're saying, David. Like they were,
Yeah, right.
between $50 and $70, depending on the
Right.
system of the game and all
Yeah.
that stuff. But yeah, this one was $49.99. All right, Russ, let's go price check 3.
Oh, okay. Another game.
Now this is Street Fighter 2. This is not the Turbo.
Super Street Fighter 2 on Super
2,
Nintendo.
yeah, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Nintendo, 1992. What are we thinking? Suggested retail prices for this bad boy with the information that we just garnered from the last one.
Yeah, I feel like it's
Whoa.
$69.99 on this one.
You think it's that much?
I think so.
I'm gonna go $59.99.
Actual retail price, $69.99.
Hey!
Right on the
You
Wow.
pay that
penny,
arcade port home.
right?
That's probably what it is. Well, now wait a minute. Shinobi was a port as well, no?
Not that one. Not that one. There's
That one might not have been.
No.
I think Shadow Dancer was. Which one was that? What did we? I don't even know which one it was. Was it
Revenge
Shadow
of
Dancer?
Shinobi.
Revenge of Shinobi.
Yeah, I think Shadow Dancer was the arcade one.
Revenge of Shinobi. Yeah, okay. So
All
that
right,
was
let's go.
3.
That was 3. Let's go price check 4.
Oh,
You guys like
God.
this one?
Oh, geez. Oh, man.
Oh, the G.I. Joe USS Flagg aircraft carrier from
Wow.
1985, the largest playset we ever saw back in the day, at like 12 feet long or something crazy, right?
Easy. Yeah.
Massive
Longer than that.
Does it
playset.
say it on the
13
No, it doesn't
feet,
say.
I think. Yeah, massive
13
playset.
feet. That thing is like
Absolutely
Scrooge has one of those set up
crazy.
in his garage, and it's
So
just-
cool.
It's so big.
Yeah.
And so many
such a
pieces
cool-
too.
So what do
Yeah.
we think
Oh, this is a tough
1985 the USS
Wow.
Flagg price would be?
Now we're going into this blind, so like this is a
Yep.
oh
I
my
want
god.
to. I want to go high, but not crazy high. I was leaning towards like $800, but I feel
No, that's way too high.
like way too high on that.
That's
85.
way too high.
85.
85.
I could tell you
All
could
right.
buy something a lot different for that.
Look at
much.
that. I got so excited my camera shut
I'm
off.
so excited your camera shut off.
All right, I'll go with $249.
All right. David, what are we thinking?
$249
Yeah.
while I try to get my camera working again. I'm gonna go. What'd you say? 249? I'll go 149.
Okay.
If the Price is Right music, you would both be over.
Wow.
Really?
$109.99 was suggested retail price for this.
Wow.
$100, $110. You could get the USS Flag back in the day.
Why did so many kids not get this then?
I don't know, right? I don't know. I think that's crazy.
Maybe
that's kind of why I
just-
pulled this one up.
Wasn't many at the store? Like maybe two got shipped to
Maybe.
each store or something like that? Or
Yeah, because the box would have been huge, like.
The box.
And I
was
mean, back in
huge.
the day, a GI Joe was $8, right? So to get the full playset, your parents are like, I could buy you how many GI Joes for that? And
Right.
they have
Yeah.
this one giant
It is
thing.
incredible, like how little these figures look on that thing.
And
I mean, I guess
think
it's the
about it,
scale,
like
right?
who
It's
had my
crazy.
bedroom wasn't 13 feet long.
No,
Like where was I playing
no.
with this?
That's
Where was I
this is
putting this?
also your bed.
Yeah.
Right? Absolutely. This is all you get. The USS Flagg from 1985. Super cool
So
playset.
great.
$110.
Did either one of you have this?
No, nope.
No.
No.
I always wanted it, but never had it.
I just saw
Again.
at the toy show last week. What was the vehicle that kind of like opened up and transformed the GI Joe? It was was it Thunder something?
I'm not sure.
While you do the next one, I'll look it up.
Okay.
All right. So let's go. Price check 5, Russ.
Stretch
The
Armstrong.
original
Wow.
1976 Stretch Armstrong. Stretch him and
76.
he will
Wow.
return to normal size in 76. What do we think Stretch Armstrong was worth?
$5?
No, it's got to be more than that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's 76. I feel like you're going lower.
Oh,
right? Lower in cash.
1976. Oh, I see.
If GI Joes were like $5-6, and then this is like years before that.
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
say. Would you say $5?
$5.
I'm gonna say $8.99.
$4.99 for Stretch Armstrong in
See, there we go.
1976.
Wow. Okay.
Pretty cheap.
Rolling
let's
Thunder,
go.
by the way, was the vehicle.
Oh, okay. The green thing?
Okay.
It like opened up and it had missiles that came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was
All
this
right,
guy who had
let's-
a complete when we were at the show last
Nice.
week. It was pretty cool
Let's
to
see
see.
price check 6.
6.
A
Happy Meal?
How much do we think a McDonald's Happy Meal was in 1981?
1981.
Yeah.
That's
These are
when I was born.
average cited prices is what we're going with. How much do we think a Happy Meal cost in 1981?
Well,
Well,
all of
burgers
us were
what,
born, I think.
10 cents.
Well, hold on a second. So
Oh, yeah?
I remember I actually have in my shed, I have an old menu from McDonald's. Like, you remember they used to put them on like the
Window
the
clink,
light
like-
boxes?
Oh, the light box. Yeah.
I have one in my shed right now that somebody gave me, and it has value meals on it.
Okay.
And the two cheeseburger value meal
Yeah.
at the time was $2.99.
I feel like it's got to be close to like $2 or $3.
It's
Yeah.
got to
for
be
Happy
like
Meal at 81.
it's got to be like in 81. It's got to be like 99 cents.
Oh.
I'll go with $2 then. If you're going 99, I'll go a little bit higher.
Okay.
Average cited price for a Happy Meal in 1981 is $1.20.
So we'll split the difference on it. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that sounds about
Pretty
right.
cheap.
20.
Now they are like $6 or $7.
Yeah.
Right?
It's way too overpriced right now. It's so
Oh,
overpriced.
absolutely.
I remember
Burger for
back in
$20.
my day, I can get a burger for 29. Oh no, you know what it was? It was like 29 cents for a hamburger and 39 cents for a cheeseburger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or 49 cents and 59 cents, something like that. Dang,
All right,
dude.
let's go. Right? Price check 7. Bring up price check 7. Our last pixel price
Last
check
one?
for the night. This is
Oh,
from
man.
a Christmas catalog, a 27-inch Magnavox stereo TV from 1990. How
Okay,
much do we
so-
think this guy's worth? It comes with the remote control.
Look, it's on a swivel
It's on a
too.
Yeah.
swivel.
Yeah.
It's the big CRT TV with all the
With the
wood cabinetry
speakers,
to it.
with the
What are we
speakers.
thinking this guy could be worth?
So my grandfather had one similar to this. It was a
Okay.
big screen. It had the speaker below.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was not on a swivel, but it had the speaker below. Kids growing up, we were not allowed to touch that TV when we were at my grandmother's house. That was
There's
my
a reason.
grandfather's TV. Yes. I want to say it's gotta be like $500.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be around there. So you go 500. I'll go. I don't know, 549 then. A
Okay.
little bit higher.
Now, this is only a 27-inch TV, right?
Fair.
So,
Fair.
grand scheme of things, not massive in comparison.
Right.
Oh, it's big in size though, because it's got all
Big
the
in
wood
size,
grain and everything
right?
and the speakers.
So,
yeah.
1990 27-inch Magnavox stereo TV based on the Christmas catalog is worth $699.85.
Wow.
Right? No wonder we weren't allowed to
Dang.
touch it.
Wow.
Because that's a
And
lot
now-
of money in 1990.
I mean, it's at least $200 worth of just the swivel.
right?
Like the swivel is what does it.
The
Just
mechanics
having
in
the remote that's not wired does it in 1990.
I mean, I'm going to tell you something though. The quality of that picture on that screen is not the quality that came out on that screen.
No, definitely not.
It's a nice Photoshop.
That is a
image there.
big. I mean,
Right?
it is a big. Like that's a okay. So they measure that from diagonal.
Yeah, it's
Like that's how
diagonal,
20. Right. So that's got to be what? Like that's got to be what? 40 inches
with the speakers and everything you're saying.
with
Yeah.
this from corner to corner,
Oh yeah, it's huge for back in the day,
and then
right?
and then 27. Yeah, and then tall. Like yeah,
Yeah.
that thing is. And you know how
Oh.
heavy that thing was?
Push your back out,
You
Probably
can
have to
yeah.
get, hopefully you get free delivery.
right? So
They probably
that
charge $200 for delivery.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Pixel price check there. Looking back at some prices from back in the day.
I love
That
it.
blew
some
my
minds,
mind.
right?
That blew my
USS
mind.
Flagg, $110.
Ugh.
Wow. What does it go for now in the box?
It probably goes for 800 now, right?
Right, probably.
In the box?
Yeah.
Probably more than that.
Yeah.
I don't even know. You know what? I'll tell you next time when after I come back home from Chicago.
There you
There
go.
we go.
I'll
Nice.
let you know what they were selling for.
All right. Wrapping up this episode, guys. That was a good one for sure. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Good time chat with you guys here on the weekly Warp Pipe. Again, we're going to be renting some games this weekend. Keith, what are we getting into?
We're going to be renting the very last game that came out on the NES, Wario's Woods. Super fun one. Really enjoy this one. Check it out with us. Let us know what you think in comments here or wherever you can put it.
Nice.
David, what are we talking about next week? What's our main topic?
So next week, we're going to talk about a toy line that a lot of people were surprised didn't make it further in the Tournament of Toys because it is so iconic. We are going to talk about Lego through the decades,
Oh, okay.
from creative play to pop culture empire. They're still around today. They're still making crazy sets. Nintendo's got sets. Everyone's got sets.
Everyone's got
We're going to
sets.
talk about Lego through the decades.
Cool. I dig
Sounds
it.
pretty fun.
So be sure to tune in for that there. Again, guys, if you want to call into the show, we do have our number is 949-682-9277. You can also check out theweeklywarpipe.com. It's listed on there. All our episodes on there. We have bios on there. So if you haven't checked out theweeklywarpipe.com, check that out. Very quick shout out to our channel member supporters, Austin Mills, Fox Driven Retro, Jody55, Jarrett, Manny's Arcade, Mike 7399, and Vamp 6463. Appreciate you guys supporting the podcast, rocking out. And if you guys want to support what we do individually, we all have channels. Keith, what are you up to?
Hopefully getting better
Hopefully.
so I can actually get some videos done. But Retro Card Collector on YouTube, Retro Card Collector on Instagram. Again, I do have a video ready to come out, and that will start the end of
Weekly.
summer
Yeah.
weekly videos. David, where do they find you?
You can find me on YouTube. Dave It's Me is the channel, and there's weekly videos out there. You can also catch up on the Tournament of Toy live streams if you haven't check that out yet. It's really cool if you're toy collectors because we just talk about toys the entire time. And yeah, how about you, Russ? Where could we find you?
Well, you can probably find me live streaming because I'm always doing that over on Rustly. And we have new videos there, multiple videos a week on there for you to catch up on. Always posting something new, posting on the community page, or like I said, live stream it on there. And then when I can, doing my DIY stuff, we have the Russ Lyman channel. So 2 new recent videos on there. Of course, more in the works if I do find the spare time to edit and put some up. Catch them on there. But other than that, you can always catch us here every Saturday at 9 a.m. for new episodes. We appreciate you guys jumping in the warp pipe with us, and we will see you on the next level. Later.